Welcome to the podcast with purpose.
Welcome back to the podcast with purpose. I am your host, Nate Link, and today we're going to be playing it a little safe. And speaking of safety, I am sitting with two experts in the field, Human Technology's Vice President of Operations, Gary Kline, and Human Technology Safety Manager, Kevin Vanderworken. I'm always afraid I'm going to say that incorrectly. I apologize. Gary and Kevin have been at the forefront of designing and implementing Human Technology Safety Program, and today we're going to be talking about, or more so announcing, some updated goals, metrics, and reporting structures that Human Technologies has rolled out as part of their commitment to maintaining a safe and secure workplace for their employees. Gary, Kevin, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us, Nate.
Morning.
All right. So, as I mentioned in the opening, we're talking about new safety goals, new ways of reporting. How did we get here, and what does this mean for everybody listening?
Well, Nate, Human Technologies had a great safety record for several years. From 2018 to the end of 2020, we saw a declining number of accidents and a declining number of lost time accidents. However, over the last couple of years, our workers' compensation experience modification rate has risen to the point where we need to take some definitive actions to improve our overall safety program. Now, our workers' comp mod is used in part to factor the price of our annual insurance premium, and it's based on our company's historical cost of injuries and the perceived risk in the future. So, we must take action right now to reverse this recent trend. And to do so, we've identified several lagging and leading indicators that we want to monitor, and we've set goals so that we can make sure that we're progressing and making improvements. Now, we're looking at things like lost time accidents, training hours, and OSHA recordables, to name just a few of these metrics.
All right. So what I'm hearing is that we've kind of gone off tracks, so to speak, and are obviously in some need of redirection here. What is this new initiative to get those numbers back to where they need to be? What are we doing?
So, as Gary had stated, we are going to be tracking some new information, leading and lagging indicators, so that we can monitor what is being achieved, what isn't being achieved, and we can make those improvements. We are also recently re-energized our safety committee, our employee safety committee. We already have a steering safety committee with our higher level managers. We now have reinstituted our employee steering committee, which will be taking direction directly from the steering committee. And we will be addressing any new projects, any new safety information that we need to do. This committee consists of 8 individuals from throughout our company, from corporate, admin, manufacturing, FMS, environmental services. All the different facets of our business are represented. Our overall purpose and vision is to support the efforts of the safety steering committee, and also to help reduce injuries on our different sites and locations, and also to encourage all employees to embrace the human technology safety culture. We also put out there, and we're very insistent on that, all of our employee safety committee members must be the standard in order to teach the standard and to tell people to be safe. We need to be the safest people we can be. We also need to, at times, potentially enforce the standard as committee members if we see something that's not right. And we also need to be committed to educating others the right way to do things so that we can all be safe on the job.
Beautiful. So it's no doubt that this committee has a tough job ahead of them, but I have no doubt with their collective expertise, commitment, and hard work, they'll be able to tackle these challenges ahead successfully. And I think it's great that you didn't just put a group of people in this building, in our corporate office together. You kind of reached everywhere, and you're getting all these different focal points and different processes and structures together as one, so we make sure we're really not missing anything. So that's awesome that they're all going to be doing this. How can I help? What can I do to help? Someone who's not on the committee, what can we do to help?
Well, I think we all need to put an emphasis on safety instead of it just being something that we say, safety first, that kind of thing. We really need to live it because here, since I've worked here, this really is a family type environment. We don't really have employees. We have other people that we work with that we consider to be family. So I think it's really important that we are looking out for each other. That directly is reflected in our safety pledge that was developed long before my tenure here. And you guys really put a lot of emphasis on that. Mm-hmm. So I think that it's really important that we express to people that we're asking them and insisting on them being safe because we care about them. That's the major thing. Also, as workers, individual workers, hourly workers on site, I think it's really important that you keep an eye on what's going on in your environment. You know about what's happening so that if you see a situation or something in your environment that isn't safe, communicate that with your supervisor. Your supervisors want to act and want to do the right thing to make you safe, mm-hmm. but they can't be everywhere all the time. So if you see something that's not right and you feel it's not right, most likely it's not. So let's speak up and let's take care of it. Also, I would ask that as these safety committee members are out and about, and if they approach you and they have a concern and they bring up a safety issue that involves you, that you give them the respect they deserve. And obviously they would do the same for you. And that we work together to make sure that we're doing the safest things we can do. I also think it's really important that we encourage others, not just ourselves. We are all responsible for ourselves, like encouraging us to be safe, encouraging others to follow the safety culture, but passing that information along to new people and people we have that are new in our environment. Let them know that we do take this very seriously. It'll make them feel like part of the family here as well.
Yeah, I like that, what you said, Kevin, too, about communication is key. I mean, this team, again, no doubt you guys put together this great team, but if you see something, say something. This team of 8 or plus individuals can't be everywhere at once, and they're not going to see what you see. And again, that communication really is key. So don't be afraid to speak up and say something if you see it. So all this is being put into place. And I have a question that I think potentially some of our other listeners will have is, what's in it for us? Why?
Absolutely. So to kind of sum up everything that has been said to this point, it's important for everyone to work in a safe environment. And no one wants to come to work and get hurt or injured where it's going to impact their everyday lives. We want people to leave work in the same health as when they arrive. Enough said on that.
Yeah.
From a financial point of view, working safely can help lower our workers' compensation mod rate. And that will in turn lower what we have to pay for our insurance premiums. This is good for the company's long-term success. And on an individual level, lowering company expenses leads to higher company profits, which results in more money available to be paid out to our employees in terms of wages and our mission incentive program. So we would much rather have safe employees earning more money than pay our high insurance premiums to our insurance company because we're not working smartly and safely.
That makes too much sense. Again, safety. Look out for yourself. Look out for others. It's one of as old as time. Success. We want this to be a successful environment for everybody. And last but not least, money. Who doesn't want a little extra money jingling around in their pocket?
Correct.
And then, so throughout this, to our listeners, we've been talking about different reportables. We talked about lost time accidents, training hours, OSHA reportables. Just so everyone knows, if you're watching this, and I know some folks watch the actual version on our website, you probably would have seen all these nice animated graphs cycling through as we're talking. So if you're listening to this, like the majority of our folks are, I'm going to have links in the show notes of this episode that'll take you right to the graphs that are nicely animated, and they give you this historic timeline of, I think it's over the past 10 years, maybe?
I
8
think
years?
it's just the last 5 years.
Oh, the last 5 years, sorry. Over the last 5 years, what our numbers have been. So you kind of see where we went off track and where we need to be. So we're all kind of aware of what these goals are. And another opportunity is I'm going to put these graphs, I'm going to cycle them through the displays. So if you are at our Dwyer Ave location or our Bleecker location, those will be cycling through the displays in the next month or even moving forward. So again, we know what to do, and we're going to know what those numbers need to be and how we should be doing it. This is a beyond important topic, and I think it goes beyond dollars and money in our pocket. It's the end of the day, I want to return home safely to my family, and I want this to be a successful work environment. So this is an initiative I can definitely get behind, and I'm thinking everyone else will too. Mm-hmm. So thank you very much for your time and starting this initiative and this campaign, and I think we're going to see a lot of success moving forward with it.
Thank you, Nate.
Thanks, Nate.